So, welcome to this edition of Fake Perspectives, and look at this.
Fake Perspectives. What is
Nobody
going on?
turn on the effects. No, don't. It's like this.
Oh, okay.
We're at the studio here. We're in Park County Studio, right?
Oh, it's
all high tech.
There it goes.
Okay.
Just gotta kickstart it sometimes.
See, I could hear El Bacanoro fucking throwing a fit or something back there. And you don't want to turn your back on a wild horse or anything and piss them off, because what do?
Bite your ears off.
They'll chew your fucking ears off, dude.
I guess. I thought
Just like
We're good
just like
with
a piece of
headphones right
cabbage or something, you know.
It's crunchy.
It's just right there and easy to grab, and it's right at the right height and everything. So of course, fuck, they're gonna bite your ears off.
True that.
You ever try bacanora?
I tried it one time.
No, it's just mostly a sweat out. So maybe we'll wait here a little bit and try that out.
Yeah, I could die. Maybe
Um, So, what's up with all them badass topics there you got? Shui, the production coordinator.
Well, there's something I heard. I don't know
What's that?
how true it is or what, but there's some people that say hiking is racist.
Hiking is racist? Really?
Why?
There's people on one side of the mountain saying, man, there better not be any other people coming on this side of the mountain. Like that, or what?
I don't know. I think like if you're hiking and someone sees you hiking, you're gonna get canceled.
But why is it racist? So,
Well,
can you give us some context of why people think it's racist?
yeah, there's like this whole fucking. Someone wrote some shit about it. It's called like the unbearable whiteness of hiking.
Oh, I apologize for your whiteness.
The unbearable whiteness of hiking. So I guess since the beginning of times when we got civilized and people started hiking outdoorsy or some shit, like just for fun, not for like survival.
Right.
They started excluding minorities and shit and making
And
it just
how
like
they
a white
exclude them,
thing.
like nobody allowed here, or they just outpriced it, or made it too expensive or inaccessible? How, in what way did they ban
Yeah, that's what I'm
physically? How?
Well, I didn't read the article.
So I can't defend
I
it.
looked it up.
What are you talking
I kind of started
about?
the
Apologize
beginning.
for what you said.
No, I kind of started the beginning and it kind of started saying all that shit and then
No,
it got
but
more
yeah.
into it, but I got bored. I'm like,
Well, here at Big Perspectives, that's what we're about. Perspectives and respecting everybody's perspectives and everything, and not getting wound up on any particular thing or anything, because, hey, everybody's perspective is valid. And none of us were fucking losing it over and going crazy or inheriting other people's hate on a personal level.
yeah, and I don't know if it's
That being
where I
said,
live.
hiking, you know what? I grew up here in the state. I did fuck tons of hiking, and you're right. I've never seen no black dudes hiking. I've seen a few hunting and fishing, but not many just hiking. I don't know. Because when you hike, it's like there's an abandonness to it. Like you're just, I'm just out exploring and stuff. You kind of have to. I don't know, but I would welcome to see that. That would be a brand new perspective, something they'd like, because the main thing about hiking for me is you get out there and you don't hear the sirens, you're not looking at the phone, you're not even feeling flat ground. You're just stomping on rocks and fucking stuff and through washes and stuff all up and down the desert. And then when you get back and you're walking your car on flat ground, you're like, wow, your head is clean.
Yeah.
And you never leave coming back from hiking without having learned some type of lesson or something, on a personal level, I think. But yeah, I don't see many people cover hiking, but
all of our flat ground.
but when you were up there hiking, you remember there's a bunch of families out there.
Yeah.
A lot more than there used to be. I've
But
seen
I
a lot
didn't
more
really
people
pay
hiking.
attention to see what ethnicity
Well,
people were.
and that's another thing. I mean, do we want to monitor shit? Well, this isn't good, and they're not there because there's none here, and there's none here. No. But I mean,
Hey,
everything's got its
if someone
back
that's a
thing.
minority wrote this, and then we could read their views, whatever. Maybe in the next podcast I'll research more into it to see if it's maybe something valid. But if someone white wrote this, like, what do they have to say? Like, they don't know. They're white. How do they know if it's racist or not, right? That's the thing that gets me a lot about these
I mean,
days.
as
is a
much
lot
as
of
there are
the
people who
people to
pretend
start
to-
calling other people racist or bigots or whatever, they're not even part of the group that's supposedly being like put down or anything, if that makes sense.
That's when you inherit other people's hate, no matter what side or what your view is. It's there's just your world just turns small, and there's really no options. It's almost being like super religious. You everything's set. Everything tells you how you're gonna be, how to live, and what's gonna happen after you die, what you should do, how you should act. So there's not a lot of room for imagination or wonder or exploration of any type of thing, in some respect.
Yeah, and I don't know, hiking. I've never really done much hiking, but it is fun. And another thing, if minorities don't hike that much, maybe it's not racist. Maybe it's just
They don't want to go hiking.
they don't want to go hiking. It's a bitch sometimes.
They think, I mean, there's some girls you take them out and you think, okay, yeah, let's go out to the lake and this. Oh, the bugs! Why does it smell? I mean, it's just nothing.
Right? Maybe
Some people just don't like it.
maybe people just like
The
fuck it.
majority of them
I'll go hike
would
in the
appreciate
gym.
it, but there are some people that just like camping up in the woods, sleeping in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, but what if somebody shows up with a machete at night?
Yeah.
Well, what if there's a giant elk that's got rabies or something and he rams through the tent with the horns and kills us at night?
Yeah.
What do you think, Tonya? You think hiking is racist?
I have seen mostly white people when I've been hiking.
But
I
if you
don't
go
like
south, if you go closer to the border, south towards the border, you see a lot of people of color hiking.
What are you
All over
talking
the
about? Like the
mountains, everywhere.
The people like migrating over here from Mexico?
Crossing the-
In
I
the
thought-
desert, there was some of the baddest
Hey,
fucking hiking.
that
there
hiking is
are.
racist too because there's no white people there.
No white people.
I
hiking.
know, they
Hiking
wanna
from
fight.
Mexico.
Fuck.
That's racist too. They
But,
involve some white
I
people
mean,
too.
all clowning a part of all that. These fuckers, the majority of them can hike clear from the fucking border all through the mountain ranges, clear up to Casa Grandes, then get picked up.
Dude, if
that's-
hiking was a sport,
No, but I mean, in like a week's time where their fucking legs and everything's just swollen. I've seen dudes that have been in bed for like 2 months because they couldn't walk or nothing after I got it because they walked so much. That is such a fucking
they
brutal
shouldn't
fucking.
have taken that hike with diabetes, man.
No, this dude is just, you get a little 5-foot Guatemalan hiking across the Sonoran Desert and shit. He grew up, he's been in the jungle. His lungs, his DNA ain't for the desert and everything
Yeah.
else like some of these hardcore Sonoran Mexican dudes that can just like, fuck it, let's go. Give me some Tecate, man. Let's fucking take those out.
It's like, I know that I'll get through this fucking desert real quick.
Watch the Tecate line, let's go.
Got that. It's like we're camping.
But shit, yeah, maybe some people don't hike because they're smart. Fuck,
But there's
why do you want to
another-
put yourself in danger too?
There's
It
a
could be
there's a
dangerous.
flip side to hiking too, especially to people who aren't used to it or exploring it. It's fucking dangerous as fuck too.
Yeah.
The minute you're not paying attention where you're stepping or the dangers here and there, and you get caught up in something. Oh, that rattlesnake! I'm gonna fuck with him with a stick for a while. Maybe I'll throw a rock at him. You're gonna fuck around and something's gonna happen. That thing's gonna bounce around something. He's gonna fucking bite you. You're gonna
Bite
swell
you?
up. You're gonna fucking die.
How many
out
miles
there.
are you from your car at that point, right?
Well, if you know what you're doing, you can survive it. But I'm just saying, you gotta really be aware of your surroundings.
Last
and shit.
time we went like
I
half
think
a
now
mile
more than
in there,
ever.
and that shit
Now
was
more than ever
like,
because of this global warming, they're saying pretty much the rattlesnakes might stop hibernating altogether in a few years. There'll be fucking rattlesnakes year round, bunches of them.
that means the
Big
eagles
fat
will
ones
be
that don't
year-round.
sleep and they want to be eating shit all the time. They'll be fucking.
Yeah.
They'll get sleep deprivation, man. They'll go crazy. They're gonna have to go and fucking.
So talking about parks and things, right? We're on that subject, right? And people with contact with animals and things. Here last week, you see where a this woman got too close to a buffalo. I don't know if you ever been seen a
Yellowstone?
buffalo. Yeah, you never seen a
That shit always
buffalo.
happens at Yellowstone.
You never seen. You got either one of you seen a buffalo up close?
I've seen it.
never seen one.
I mean, up close and
Cabela's,
running
the ones that
around.
they have like.
No, a live one. A live one.
You have a buffalo at Cabela's?
I think so. Man.
I've seen it in a herd in Oklahoma one time, but even the guy was telling me these
They're big.
no dudes, these are like 20 times stronger than any bull or cow.
Yeah.
That's why all the equipment they use to pin them and transport everything is super heavy duty. The fucking bars are like this and solid and shit because the regular kind for the regular bulls and shit, the buffalo would just beat that shit all the hell fast because they're that.
Yeah.
Because look at a buffalo. He's got that head, all of his fucking, that's all back, neck muscles and fucking, just all fucking muscle up there in the front.
Yeah.
And none of that's fat or just hanging on him. It's pure muscle. There's stories of like Indians and stuff that have rode him like back in the 1930s.
Goddamn.
When they had these rodeos, these Wild West shows and shit. And I guess they had an attraction. This one Indian got on one and he rode it and shit, but it beat the fucking hell out of him. Nobody would try to ride a. He's got a Tesla plant here. I seen a job the other day. I think, fuck man, I'm gonna go apply there. That seemed like a cool place to work. Tesla.
Didn't he just send an email like about?
Yeah, but he's badass. He says, all right,
Yeah.
anybody don't want to come in or 40 hours? Like
Oh,
a
you
robot,
saw it?
then get the fuck out. I
Yeah.
don't need you. Get the fuck out.
What happened?
Did you see the email he
I'm
sent
not
out
gonna
to
bounce
his
around
employees?
with policies and shit.
Elon Musk. He said like you guys have to spend 40 hours in the office
Yeah.
per week, or if you don't want to like find another job.
Leave. Resign now.
To his employees?
Yeah.
All of his employees.
He sent you have to be at work 40 hours a week.
Yeah. be
Yeah,
in office
minimum.
40
Yeah.
hours.
After that, you can work from home, but you're gonna do 40
I think
hours.
part of it was kind of like the same issue we were having at my workplace because you had people like working from home and not because of COVID and everything. They had people not coming in, so
But once
people
it,
got used to it and they don't want to come back in the office.
but once it becomes an arguing point and everything, it just affects business and everything. The
Yeah.
way things go, it just fucks up shit. So I don't know, man.
I mean,
But he's right about a lot of shit. I mean, yeah, he says we should have a recession. Fucking things should crash down. There should be a lot of companies and corporations that go bankrupt because the way they operate and shit. They're
Yeah,
not
especially
contributing
big
anything. They're
works.
costing it more than anything. He's got. I like his views because what he says or anything, he doesn't hype it up, and it's never complicated. It's never behind a veil of innuendos or different agendas or bullshit like that. It's just small, short, and clean like that. Boom. I know shit. I know if that guy ran for president, fuck, everybody vote for that guy. I would vote for him. Hell
you
yeah.
run on the platform. Everyone's getting a free
Fuck
Tesla if I
yeah.
become
That's up to
president.
you, Elon.
He didn't give nobody no
Everyone's getting a
Tesla.
Tesla. No, but he's doing something like the little cars, the little Hot Wheels.
Oh, I didn't get toy Tesla.
He's like, you don't let me finish. That's a real
Yeah,
politician.
At least he's not swinging nobody else's dick, He's not fucking. He's not. Oh well, I got to be like this to this because of that, and I got no. Fuck that. No.
Yeah.
Have those damn
He's
cyber chips
straightforward,
came out yet?
and you see the way he is, and the way other companies are just mired in drama and all kinds of bureaucracy and shit, and you see how it's so easy for him to be successful with such a simple, progressive view on how to fucking do shit,
Yeah.
and don't like whine from it or have any personal shit in it, to amount to anything. He's really don't got no personal views on like, oh, I'm against this but he just tells what he thinks, and then that's it,
Yeah, I think he's one of the CEOs where he's like more like in tune with, like, I guess you can say our generation a little more,
Kind of.
right? Like he obviously connects like you.
Well,
you
he's
feel where
like,
coming from too. So
Well, he grew up in South Africa, right? And he learned business and stuff because his siblings and everything were in business. They did their own little side jobs and stuff, and they were all industrious because their mom taught them that. And their mom raised them when they got up to Canada, and they were kids and shit, and they struggled and everything. They didn't have it. I mean, they were poor and shit for a long time, but they were all industrious, and none of them just tapped out or blamed anything or situation or people or government for their situation. No, fuck it, man. We're from South Africa. Let's fuck this shit. No, you don't know. My business is gonna do this. That's why all three kids have got their shit going, And it's like, and they're not out there like the Kardashians. They don't have anything. You're just, I'm famous because look at that. I got 5 more inches on this cheek and 3 more on this one last week. Oh my God! No, something with a true substance,
yeah, that's true. So any girl that watches that Kardashian show, then
Oh no, props to all that. I get they're entertaining because they're so caught up and they're so vain. No matter how vain or how stuck up you are, you can always see them being 1,000 times worse.
But I can see like it doesn't even matter. Like I feel the girls that I've talked to, it doesn't matter like conservative, not conservative, like just girls just like watching drama and stuff. Like a lot of girls
there
watch
it is.
it.
That's
Like,
the hook. There's a hook to it.
it says that's
it's
the drama. So like any girl, it doesn't matter who they are, like from where they came from, they just
You're
like
right.
watching drama. So
Women are,
They
are
just watch
emotional.
what?
it's just like watching drama. So I feel like that's why.
Girls like a lot of those murdery shows or like documentaries
There's a
about
lot.
murders. You know how there's a lot on Netflix and
There's
shit?
a lot on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like every other week they're coming out with a new.
Girls
murder
are
or
like
something.
drawn to that a lot, right? I
Yeah.
can tell.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking ask any girl about any of those documentaries, they'll know what you're talking about.
It's like I saw that one last week.
So what do they watch? Like fucking Baby Shark cartoons and Powerpuff Girls, or what? What do
Ooh.
girls watch on TV?
Girls?
Yeah.
Like, no, like serial killer documentaries.
Ooh.
They're like into serial killers and shit like that.
You know what they say down south? The saw is the law.
The Saw's the law.
Break the law, the saw.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Divine month.
Alright, I have to say that again.
I like these fucking things, man. I tried them, but I'm
All right, we're
fucking
back.
with them. Are we?
Yeah.
You edit that out?
Yeah.
We're back.
We gotta watch what we say, right? Yeah.
Wait, are we doing the toast to
Oh yeah, here's a toast
Toast.
to what is this? June?
Pride Month or is
Pride
it-
Month, yeah.
Pride Month for
Pride Month.
and here's all the colors of your rainbow.
Well, that's like yeah.
That's
Limited
rainbow or whatever, but
Yeah.
Only captures the L and the G. But you get the rest of them.
Oh wait.
oh my god, this one's called Jamaican Me Happy.
Oh, now that's fucking LGBT creed. Huh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
All right. What kind of other topics? I hope you guys are staying tuned in and everything. We appreciate all you guys watching us, and if you can leave comments or any signs of life, like we're up here, we're on the dark side of the moon, exploring with a podcast, and we don't know if anybody's out there. Are they out
Yeah.
there?
Dark Side of the Moon is myth.
Is that? But that's where. Is that where our viewers are at, Shuey?
I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what
Wherever your viewers are at, we appreciate your viewing, and this is Big Perspectives.
Our viewers, that's myth too.
It's a myth.
What are we gonna start thinking? Like, hey, we're talking to a crowd. We're on fucking, got our own fucking live streaming channel, dude.
Oh yeah.
And we could. It just takes some equipment and registering shit. But I don't know what we shoot.
We just need to get on our account
Bunch
and
of
then
girls and bunch
do
of
some
porno.
very not offensive comments, but like very controversial comments on other videos, and people are like, "Who is this?" And they just start clicking and like,
Oh,
let's
big
look at their
people for a
podcast.
phony view, though.
No, not
We're all-
that's one of
we're all-
it. People listen to us to see what we're all about, and then that's where it starts growing from there.
No, I'm just gonna. When I spread the news of our podcast, I'm just gonna start being more aggressive about it. When I'm gonna spread
Watch
that
it
up,
now.
You're gonna grab someone by the
Yeah,
hey, now I'm gonna watch our
Start getting like,
podcast.
Hey, you don't watch podcasts? Fucking watch Big Perspectives, man. Check it out. Check it out. All right, man. All right. Yeah,
So
check
if
it
you
out.
don't know, now you know.
Here's your gay beer, bro. Thanks, bro. No, we still have fun. No matter if it's one viewer or just us, and who cares? I mean, but anybody that's out there, appreciate it. And we're just trying to be our honest selves and invite people out there as friends to sit
Cool
in on this
people.
and
No assholes.
see how
Unless you're an interesting asshole.
this general jackassery that might occur on the set.
So this one's weird coconut flavor.
I would have bought 2 boxes of these if you didn't tell me, Chewy.
It's okay.
It is okay. We'll get through it.
We're good.
Because there's a bottle of vodka, and there's always
No, this is my last one. I'm cutting myself off.
there's always a Bacanora. And when you look at Bacanora, he's telling you. He's looking at I told you the legend of Bacanora. You already know. But
Does Tonya
he's
know
like,
it?
yeah.
You know the legend of Bacanora?
I don't know what that means.
Bacanora's the name of the horse.
Oh, is it?
It's the legend of the Bacanora. That's Bacanora in that bottle.
Oh, is this? Or is it like made out of his real skin? Or?
No, that's no. This is a symbol of Bacanora. It's like an ancient legend
It's like a statue of the Virgen de Guadalupe.
Oh, but like for
Same
the
meaning.
horses?
for this horse.
For this specific horse.
He's
for
more of a
Bacanora.
satanic horse than
Is it really?
good church horse.
Google this.
El Bacanora. And see, El Bacanora, back in the old days, a couple hundred years ago, there'd be farmers or people you'd hike from village to village or go in a wagon with a few people or something. That's how people went about northern Mexico and shit. But
Yeah.
Sometimes shit happens, or they, get lost or robbed or something, and they lose their way, and they're out there stumbling around, dying of thirst and shit, dying of thirst. I don't want that shit. Come on.
Oh, the wind pushed it down. You're not trying to get
It
big?
wasn't your lungs, just fucking pushing that all the way. Push it that way, man. I got the test.
You're gonna get tested?
I get tested all the time. I'm always tested.
So I'm guessing you fail a lot.
But they don't.
I just try again.
It depends. I think it depends on the company now, right? Since it's legal here.
There are a few companies opening up and say, hey, we want to drug test you, but they've got special insurance and shit, and special banking and stuff that isn't really widespread and open yet. You're like,
And it has to make sense on what you're doing too.
It's really because of insurance. That's why you're getting drug tested. And you're always, if you're working around machines and shit, you expect to be. I don't want to be working at a place that you don't get drug tested, you fuck shit up, or some guy comes in, he just shot up some fentanyl in the bathroom and shit, and crashed the machine and fucking almost fucking ran my foot over.
Well, that makes sense, but I think most companies now is like if you look impaired.
Just
They'll, like,
here,
randomly test you.
not even a week ago, in one of the Glendale, I think, dumps or Phoenix dumps. Yeah, some dude got crushed by one of their tractors or something.
What? Yeah! Crushed in a dump? That's a fucked way to go.
Yeah, man.
Wait, did he die?
He died. Yeah, he
Oh.
died. He probably
Sorry.
died instantly, man.
That's a
Put in
fucking
a
bad way to go.
It's like,
I was gonna talk about all the weird accidents I've seen, but it's like, why bring that kind of bad drama and
Right.
remembering shit like that?
Bring
It was
that
bad enough.
Bacanora energy in here.
No, anyway, okay, yeah. Let's go back to the Bacanora, so you'll know about this.
oh yeah.
If you're down in Mexico or something, say, hey, señor, ¿no te escucharon la leyenda de Bacanora? Oh, sí, claro, ya, yo lo sé, la leyenda, ya me dijeron, ya sé cómo. And then you know, because, okay, so when somebody be stranded or something out by themselves, they would have a mirage or something. They thought they would see like this big ass horse. And think,
Yeah.
oh fuck, what is that, a horse? And they're all ready to die, they're fucking, their throats already swelled out, their tongue's coming out, they're ready to pop, right?
Yeah.
So they see this horse and they think, oh yeah, it's coming as that's the horse of death or whatever. Here he comes. So he shows up, but he's got this big fucking, he's got this belt made out of like palm fronds that holds a bottle, Mexican style has a big giant bottle. And they always think, oh, I'm saved, water, and they get it, and they take a heat shoot, and it's Bacanora. And then they start gagging and shit, and they usually swell up and pop and die, and the horse just goes back and then laughs at them while they slowly die. But the ones that know that, the ones that he sees that are worth saving, that there's something in them that's worth saving, then he'll scoop them up and then dump them somewhere closer, someone else will pick them up and fix them up. And then there'll be an old dude saying, how the fuck did I get here? What do you mean, how'd you get here? We found you on the side of the road all full of stickers and shit. Stinking like fucking Bacanora, you drunken piece of shit. You got so drunk you just been hiking across the fucking, where are you from anyway? And shit like that.
Yeah.
But there was a horse. No.
Shit.
No goddamn horse.
Yeah, so he's demonic in nature, but he's also helped some people, so.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it more than Bigfoot at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, man.
It's 2022. We haven't
You
found any
think-
more evidence.
And right when you think it's your savior, and that's a lesson in life. Sometimes what you think is your savior or solution is really the opposite. It's just you haven't thought it through, or you haven't put the dots together in the right way or something.
So what if they found a Bigfoot? So what if they went somewhere and they're like,
Dude,
oh,
there's so much forest fires and cutting down everything. Where is a Bigfoot?
How many of
We
you
would have
still-
seen like families of them fuckers.
How many of you still believe in Bigfoot? What's the other one? Lassie? What is that?
There's
The
a lot
Loch
of
Ness
them believe in
Monster?
Bigfoot. I kind of I
it's
like
like-
the
I was
idea
gonna
of
bring the Loch Ness Monster up too.
Because the Loch Ness Monster, same thing. Like,
With all the forest fires and shit, where the fuck is a Bigfoot gonna be? And where's he gonna hide?
But even-
and he would
even-
already been found.
Even if it was real, even if there was Bigfoot species, there was Loch Ness Monster species, and then they found them. So what? What are they gonna do? Now there's more like gorilla
What do you
looking
mean?
things
They're
that
gonna,
live
they're gonna
somewhere.
hunt that fucker down. They're gonna put him in a thing and put him at Disneyland and charge you $80 to see it.
this is
That's what they're
Star
doing.
Wars.
And then what if, and then what if,
Fucking
what if that
frozen.
did happen, and then they're like more common than people thought, and they're all over the place? Then people will be like, oh, okay, whatever. What do people say about aliens? How fucking much of a big deal they did about that, and then just the government admitted it. Oh yeah, aliens are real. No one said shit no more. They didn't give a fuck.
Because we're used to the fucking media. Toxic media knows how to present and hype everything up, and it's just
That's all
like
we care
jumping
about,
from
they're
one thing to
hiding
another. And fuck it, man.
Same with the Loch Ness monster. What the fuck are we gonna do? There's giant whales in the ocean.
Now, I'm not saying by any offense.
If those were myths.
I'm not saying that there ain't some shit out there.
Or the
that
giant
has a fuck with
squids?
it ain't
The
documented.
giant like octopus?
No, I mean out in the deserts or places, you know, there could be you don't know what can happen, you know. You only know because the reality and what your experience of out there, being out there and stuff, you know. What if you seen something that was just so bizarre, so unexplainable, like what the fuck? How does this exist? Majority of the time, you just fall over and pass out of the shock. Your system couldn't fucking acknowledge it, and you fucking lose it.
I would acknowledge Bigfoot all the time, but I'd be scared. I wouldn't be like, oh, let me go try to catch him or take pictures. I'll be fucking hiding in my truck or something. I'd be like, fuck.
Oh, by then, all your fucking skin scanning on in and shit.
Fuck, I just saw Bigfoot. Fuck, I can't call for help. No one's gonna believe that shit.
I'd be pissed.
911, help me. I seen Bigfoot. They're gonna fucking hang up on me. Probably arrest me.
I'd be pissed.
And with everybody with us fucking all the guns and shit now, fuck Bigfoot,
Yeah,
they got
Bigfoot
a
would be
chance,
bad as fuck,
dude. People would fucking annihilate that shit.
I think COVID got him, so.
Or that too.
That's why
fucking Chinese
when you're saying
virus.
earlier about the bears going crazy or buffalo or something. Well,
No, bears are going
if-
crazy too.
No, but if the animals went wild on us, we'll win. We'll win any fucking war with any animal.
We think.
Mm.
That's our downfall. Just
Humans
like,
are so-
just like the
humans are
Aztecs,
so
just like when
terrible.
the Spaniards came and fucked up all of your ancestors, you know?
But
The
humans
same
are so
shit.
terrible, we'd nuke the fucking planet.
You
just
think,
not to-
oh, these are just bodies, these are just, no, you should have killed them at the shore. You should have burned those fucking,
Who?
you should have burned those boats at the shore.
Christopher
When the
Columbus?
Spaniards came over?
No, when Pizarro and Cortez, all the fucking Spaniards that came and fucked up Mexico, remember?
Hey, remember back in the day?
Christopher Columbus? I don't know my fucking history, man.
God damn,
You
you
think I
read
paid
books or
attention in
nothing?
school?
So the Spaniards
Well,
came
that's our
over.
perspective anyway, see? And that's why, you know, you got old dudes, young dudes, so we can kind of appreciate the different kind of perspectives, you know? What's the
Yeah.
point? If we were sitting around at a fucking table and we all had the same views and everything, we just be a bunch of old fucking white fucks in some Midwest town fucking talking about everybody else, you know?
Okay.
Well, I don't believe in Bigfoot anymore.
No, Bigfoot, come
Or
on,
ghosts,
no, no.
I don't know
I
if
mean,
it's
I'll talk
ghosts.
UFOs, but even UFOs, come on. They say there's like 48,000 inhabitable planets within our Milky Way. 48,000.
That I can
And there's
see.
that many chances that there's some type of life there. Who knows? But like some scientists now, they're saying, dude, stop sending the radio signals out there looking for us.
They're
for
gonna
life.
fucking-
Because they're gonna
they're
come
going
back
to-
and they're gonna eat us like a bunch of fucking grasshoppers eating a plant or something.
Yeah.
You don't know what the aliens are about. You expect them, oh, they're just gonna have big eyes and green and they're just gonna be friendly and
Like
like
pets,
with
yeah.
their little hands.
What if they are?
Oh, fuck, no, they're gonna come here like the fucking, what was that, Men in Black fucking show? I mean, giant fucking bug, roach fucking monster
He's
things,
gonna
dude.
attack us, dude.
It's
Take
gonna be
over.
something that's totally nothing you can compare it to, at the very least. But
What if we're already in their cage? What if
But
Earth
we're
is
here
the
such a
cage they made for us?
we're here such a short
That's true.
amount of time.
What if we're like gerbils and like this is like
I,
Earth-
you know what? When I was
Earth is
little,
our
I used to think that our universe was a box like this,
Yeah.
and these big fucking giants that had it in like a library, and there's thousands of these boxes, and we were in one of them,
Yeah.
and it's just like the big fucking purple giants that there was some kind of something that kind of controlled it.
Well, at this point, I mean,
Who knows? Because they're figuring out all different things all the time. That there's supposed to be a mirror planet now that's exactly like this one in a different dimension, and this, and there's scientific equations, and the actual math is there that can prove it, you know. But every time they discover something or they have something like that. And like now we got the Hubble telescope that's up there, and we're learning new shit every day because we got the baddest telescope to see fucking
They have some badass
billions
pictures.
of miles, and we're learning new shit. And they're seeing how the universe is contracting, and expanding and shit at different rates, and none of it is with all their standard fucking stuff that they had already. So now they have to rewrite everything because the telescopes show them all that they're wrong and like a second. And it's happening on so many different ways and levels because of just the learning shit with that telescope, because you see exactly what's there. It's not all theory and everything, because okay, here's your theory, but if your theory is correct, this should be like this, resolute in some way, right?
You know what'd be cool? Of like, how like supposedly the Big Bang happened? Well, it's kind of sort of proven to happen, but like, how there's black holes? What if like every black hole is like a new Big Bang, like new dimension?
It could be, because that's negative.
It came from another dimension.
And it forced out another.
Like a black hole, like we're on the other end of it. And
some people
that'd be
think
cool.
that black holes are like portals. Like if you go in one, then you bust out through another one somewhere else in the universe. But what if they're like
maybe
loops through time, that you could come back at a different time, or forward in time?
Oh no.
You don't think there'll be like time portals, like loops in time?
Probably, honestly, I haven't
could be
looked
anything,
enough.
right?
I haven't looked enough into it to know, like, for sure.
But with that telescope, that you're saying, the Hubble telescope, they pointed it to the darkest spot in the sky they could find, the darkest spot where there's nothing, and they pointed it and zoomed in, and it's like hundreds of billions of galaxies.
It is, and all of this mix, and the fucking images they're sending back is like, oh my god. We don't have the human intellect, the understanding to really contemplate it all and shit. We can have different views of it and stuff, but to have an overall understanding and to be able to be in flux with everything in the universe, like some alien civilization might be, or in some way or form, they might have some better understanding or a better way to do it than,
What if we're in the Matrix?
We could be too. Fuck. I'm in my tube, man, and fuck.
What if this is like a place that maybe we're beings that like kind of immortal and it's boring, and then we want to go into this video game kind of shit
that's metaverse, and then we get raped by somebody.
And then like right here you could be like 100 years, and then you die and you go back over there and you're gone like 5 minutes. Like on that shit, it's fast, but you spend a lot of time.
They say
here.
right at the event horizon on the black hole, everything's just getting shredded and time just fucking stops and everything because that's so much power, and that's so much power sucking everything, even time, even light. The light is being bended in sucking light.
How does it suck?
And how? Because it's so fucking crazy. Powerful. But if it's on that level, we can't understand any of that shit. It's got something to do with the contraction, expanding of the universe. Of course it does. They still haven't explained the dark matter and all that fully. But they know, hey, there's some
other
head
around that light can be pulled by anything, like light, man.
They run the trials of what?
We can't affect light for shit. But we can't affect light for shit. Like, how can we affect light? We don't have the power.
It's too fast. It's the speed of light.
Yeah, we can't even slow it down.
The rate of its travel.
We can't even slow it down.
But a black hole stops everything. It brings in planets. Fucking whole things can be crushed. And who knows? Do they get crushed? Or is it a blender that just kind of blends it out and, like you said, redoes something to it, and now it's over down here? Or something like this. You know what I mean? It's got to function in some type of way like that. You know?
What if those are all big bang? You go into big bangs that are happening in other universes.
It take billions and billions of years to take place and to get to this point where all the planets are abraded and in a defined fucking orbit around the...
Like the asteroid belt, right? Mm-hmm. That's in between Earth and Mars. There's one of them asteroids in there that's already compacted so much shit together that it turned into a circle, and it's a circle. Mm-hmm. Basically like a dwarf planet.
Yeah, it's a
so
planet.
If it gets picking up more shit around and it keeps
that's
picking
all
up
the
more
planets,
shit, what if
that's how they
gets
big up, they get colliding and shit just keeps like...
But do you think that's ever gonna turn into a planet?
Eventually, we'll never know. Fuck. That's like billions of years from now.
But it could be a dead planet, right? It's dead right now. Kind of like
There's
Mars.
Stars dying all the time.
But like
we're
Mars,
in that big a universe.
Mars is dead.
No, Mars isn't dead.
Mars is dead. We're sending people to the only dead planet in our solar system.
No, we're looking at other ones. We're going to, what was it? Venus? Well, it's LGBT. We're going to Uranus. That's where we're going.
How would you jumpstart a planet?
jumpstart it.
Yeah, like the center of it it's not molten and spinning no more. It's just dead.
There's science right now that are saying that we can get on a habitable planet, and even though it might not be sustainable for a long amount of time, we can stay on it enough till it goes around its orbit and slings us till we can get onto another planet, and we'll go like basically like jumping spiders on planets and asteroids till we find a good one.
Damn.
That's just one of the theories that they got right now. Science, I mean, space exploration and all that shit's fucking.
I think there's
crazy.
gonna be life in all the planets, even probably in our solar system. And not I'm saying like big life like us that we make buildings and shit, but at least microscopic life for sure.
It's like microbes and stuff.
Microbes,
Already
has
they
to
found
be,
and
yeah.
stuff, yeah. They
All
can
the
tell.
planets-
There's gonna be some
all the planets
because
are molten
all that
inside,
we
they
are
have
is what's
heat.
on the earth. We can't say anything that's in us or that we're us or on anything is made from anything else but what was on the earth to begin
And a
with.
bunch of other planets have volcanoes and shit, and they're going off. There's gotta be some kind of life, plants or animal or other.
We gotta get like proteins, amino protein chains and stuff for them to kind of.
They gotta get McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, something like that. But that's in our thinking, just like the way we think of UFOs. Oh, they're this and that, but we can't comprehend how to think like them or about them, much less because we're nothing like it. The UFOs are probably, I don't know, maybe they're part of the Earth, and the Earth has got their own little squadron of UFOs, or the Earth is fucking fed up with a lot of shit too, just like the animals. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it is a sentient being, the Earth. It is a living thing.
Dude,
Even though it's just rock and spinning around,
Yeah,
it's
we're
still
like-
alive on so many ways.
It's
We're just
alive.
like a condition of it.
When we're like to Earth, like we're a virus. Like,
Oh,
humans are.
big time.
We're like
dude.
herpes.
We're like a fucking
We're-
orange
we're
that's
a
fucking all
cancer.
blue on one side, and they're like,
We're a cancer.
Oh,
We're
dude.
growing, and we're just growing and growing and building and growing and just fucking shit up.
and
So
now
we
we're
bomb each
celebrating.
other.
But I mean, going to space is one thing, but each time you launch, you got like a city's worth of fucking pollution in a day.
But-
in one rocket that lets out each time, we're setting up one after another.
Yeah.
We're over here worried about each other, like.
There's gonna come a point where
we
it's like, you know what,
ourselves.
this is the dumpster planet, this is salvage title planet, we're all concentrated
Salvage
out
title.
here to these other places,
Damn, what if that's the future? We send people everywhere and it
Because
gets so
these
easy
big
to travel,
cities,
kind of,
you know?
not that easy, but that just like kind of the poor people who live on Earth and all the
I don't
richer
know,
people
you
who
see
live
like
on
New
other
York and
planets.
Chicago, just shootings and killings
And then they'll
every
just
day,
come to
all the
Earth,
time.
and Earth will be Las Vegas. Earth will be Las Vegas where they come and sin and do their shit, and then they go back to their planet.
No, just where they come dump all their shit.
Yeah, they come and dump their shit, kill
Kill
us,
bodies they just toss them.
kill us,
Like
rape
these
us,
android
and then they
armies
just go
and-
back to their planet.
Yeah. Who knows, man? Here's to the future, though. Huh? The future.
Jeff Bezos will have his own planet. He'll be half a cyborg.
Nah, he'll be dead.
He'll be half a cyborg.
People that are surrounded
Elon
by
Musk will have his
that
own
guy-
planet. He'll be
He's
a
not
full
right.
cyborg. Except his cock, he'll keep that shit so he can keep banging.
People can live forever. It all depends.
It's all preserved. He has to unseal it every time.
It all depends on your in your fucking outlook on what is living. They're saying now we can put our intellect and shit on a fucking program and shit, and that's only accelerating. They fucking had robots the other day. They can fucking balance on one leg, dance around, do all kinds of shit. Shit that just looks crazy to watch, like. And then you think all the engineering and math and machining and stuff to get this thing. It scares me. It scares the shit out of me because I know the future's coming. It's gonna be just like Terminator. Same
Yeah, I
kind
was
of
gonna say
shit.
Terminator or iRobot.
It's
or
gonna
what?
be the same shit. Same shit. You know that.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have
You
an
know
AI
that.
that comes
We're all
like
gonna have to have
self-aware.
laser weapons or
But if
something.
an AI came self-aware, I honestly don't think it would see us as a threat
But
because it would not be a threat.
it doesn't
to us.
matter if it sees a threat. Once it's progressing and it's reproducing itself and everything, it doesn't matter. It can get out of hand. We all think, oh, it'll stay ethical and
Yeah.
bro, it'll be out of hand, uncontrolled, not because it's evil and mad, because it's got all the infrastructure and it controls everything.
If it
It's
gets
in
out of
everything.
hand, it'll be our fault.
Yeah.
There's gonna be dumb fucks that are like racist against robots and they're gonna destroy them, this and that.
All even sex
The
robots. What
robots-
about sex
Even
workers?
sex
robots-
robots, yeah.
The sex
Those are the ones that all the hardware. They're like the test monkeys for all these robots,
well,
all these sex robots.
the sex robots, they
The
don't
good
have
ones, like from
they don't have to put
Tokyo
AI.
or from
They don't have to
Japan.
put an AI on the sex robot. Why would
Yeah,
you
they
want,
do.
Why
Why
would you
not?
want your sex robot to have AI? So it can back.
Because no, so you can fucking take your time and.
Why do you have more than one sex robot? Like, shut up, bitch.
Why do you have her here? Don't worry about it.
I'm going to delete her program.
I need you guys to get the fuck along and make out or something.
And what happens when these things short circuit or something and just fucking shock you?
Shock
Somebody,
your wiener.
you're all hung up in this fucking sex robot and this fucking Russian hacker like,
Dude, why would
Like
you
that,
want your
like-
sex robot to be an AI? What if you come back and then a dude
No,
sex
somebody
robot
hacks
is fucking
into it,
your girl sex
and,
robot?
fucking, and then this robot fucking rapes you and kills you and records you and puts on thing because the guy hacked, he took control of your robot because all AI systems will
They
be
got hacked.
hackable and everything. As long as everything's
Alright,
created
so-
by man, fucking there's gonna be dudes who can hack in it and they're gonna be
So let's
trying
send the message
at it.
out.
What's
People
that?
making sex robots, don't put AI in the sex robot and no Wi-Fi on the sex robot so they don't get hacked.
There you go.
Yeah, make them
No
solid
signal,
state,
fuck
solid state
signals,
program.
just, I don't know,
Just some basic switches, right?
basic, no Wi-Fi.
It's gonna
no
be like
nothing
when you go to
that.
McDonald's. You
Aggressive,
order,
semi-aggressive, timid, you know.
you just order
It
what
has
you
to be
want.
manual, you have to push them manually.
Yeah, you order what you want. Like I want the
Pressurized. I
blowjob,
want a lot of pressure on this hole,
Yeah.
or I want a lot of blow by on this one, or no, this is gonna be a bat cave setting.
extra sloppy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like 9-year-old fucking.
And then there's like a emergency shut off.
there's always gotta be a tap out button somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, if
Or a
you-
safe word or
If
something.
you shriek like a little girl, that shit shuts off.
What if it acts like you just?
It goes like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you know, electrocute you and shit.
No, I could see the AI thing happening though.
What if it runs out of juice while you're doing it, and then you're all locked up? I have to call the fucking. You have to call the fireman to fucking unlatch you for the fucking sex robot. What other kind of stuff we got? Thought we had cause of alligators.
Fuck that, let's keep talking about sex robots.
All right. Speaking of sex robots, ancient Greece. Okay,
That sex
The
robots
complete
are ancient
opposite.
Greece.
ancient Greece. We're gonna start there. I was looking at it, ancient Greek designs and artifacts the other time. I was researching it,
Yeah.
and there's all these fucking bases, all these fucking dudes with hard-ons, fucking other dudes and shit.
What the fuck?
Yes, I'm serious. It's
I
a
think
known
you
fact.
I think you stepped into
No!
a porn website, man.
No. It had nothing to do with porn. These are fucking vases from fucking like 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And anyway, ancient Greeks, I guess, none of them had considered themselves like male or female type of sex. They all had sex. It was like celebrated. These fucking dudes would have sex on the side of the pathways, on the side of the street, or with women, or
Just
orgy
pull up
shit.
your orgy,
Everywhere, whenever you want. Hey George, what's going on here? Yeah, fuck man about. Yeah, let's go. How about? Oh yeah, let's go around. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
It's like a handshake.
But no, that's the way their society was. But the thing is, they did that for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But they produced like the most brilliant fucking philosophers and the base for a lot of our fucking democracy
I
and
think-
shit nowadays. But is it because they didn't have hang-ups on the sex and shit? Hey, you know, just have fun or whatever. Don't hurt people. Just you can get as fucking weird as you want, and like that. You're not chained by that. So when you're doing other stuff or contemplating, you know.
So you have
Big
this
things
out of
in
your
life.
brain.
You're not thinking, oh
focus.
God, I'm gonna tear that bitch up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, someday.
Because instead you'll
No,
just go tear that bitch up.
I'll
and
meet
do
you
your
later
work.
on by the giant bath down there where there's 40 other people and I'll fuck you on the side of the. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to.
Like nothing,
Caught up
like
on
nothing,
that.
like going and smoking a joint, and that's how it was. And I was amazed, like I never heard that shit. But there was all these fucking mosaics and shit on walls and on Pompeii buildings and shit of all this going on. I'm like, fuck, it was like that, dude. You know?
No, I had heard that too. So I didn't look into it, like research it deeply, but when I was,
I didn't dip your shirt, but when I started seeing the vases and
Yeah.
and it was detailed art. This wasn't just
Yeah.
like just sloppy like graffiti shit. No, this is all dudes got them bent over in all these different fucking weird ways and shit,
Yeah.
and they're all like smiling and shit. Like this is what we do in Greece. Ha ha ha.
They're probably on drugs.
Yeah, well, fuck, whatever. They were just. My point is, it just seems that they were just seemed super happy in that way. I mean, but they were warring and they fought with other countries and other things and stuff. But still, my point is, how were they like that? And did that give did them freeing up their thinking of oh, I'm this or that or that? Did that allow for them even more free forward thinking of life on a bigger level and the way they did contemplating all their Socrates and Plato and all the fucking different works? And they're not all super great, but some things you read like, damn, that shit is so fucking true. And it's like the dude would be here in a university or something. No, this guy was like 3,000 years ago, sitting on the side of a fucking road somewhere in Greece, that thought this shit, that said this.
Yeah.
Wow. Where were these people's heads at? That's what interests me.
Right.
To get like that. But part of their basis society is, hey, none of them had no hang-ups with the sect. You know.
But people back then probably
Just them. I mean, other
didn't
countries
believe
and
them or
shit weren't like
something,
that.
right?
You know, they were like the ones that did that. You know, but their society was fucking successful in a lot of ways. So anyway, that's another thing for the BLT, how do you call it?
BLT, the bacon, lettuce, tomato.
I can't get, why do people want so
Bacon,
many
lettuce,
fucking
tomato.
letters? Just have like, something easy, huh?
Yeah, that's
So anyway, yeah, to that.
LGBT.
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
QIA now. QIA.
For us?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wrote an I and an
What is
A. I have to look it up. I don't know.
That means a man that's gonna have a baby out of his ass.
I don't know.
no way.
They're putting pictures of males that can have a baby out of all
oh,
kinds of shit.
there was an
Because-
emoji, but it's gone. I don't see it anymore.
Because dudes want the same kind of respect and recognition as women, and you can't. Only women can make babies. Only women are tough enough to do it. No matter how hard you try to be training everything, yeah, do your own thing, but don't try to fucking steal all that shit from them and act like you're all justified like that for want to be. You know what I mean? It just seems to me like they step on that a little bit.
You think so? I don't think all of them.
No, not all of them. That's just
I
a
think
part.
it's
It's just a
solid.
perspective.
Yeah.
And like I said, these aren't hard perspectives for me or from the podcast or anything. These are just our comments and bullshit things that we said and stuff, and
yeah.
that's it. I mean, I stand by what I said, but I'm not taking hard opinions and want to get angry. I don't want to push
We're
any
open
hate.
to learn
or-
more shit if we're
Yeah.
like don't know it.
Yeah.
What the fuck we're talking about, which we sometimes don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I mean, I like learning about everything, but I don't like shit being forced on me and everything in a little way, and then you're like, and if you don't agree, then all day you're, you know.
Look, you're a bigot just
No,
because you don't know. Like,
no,
what the fuck?
everybody's
I
got a
don't
right to
know, so what the
disagree.
fuck what?
Everybody can say, no, I don't agree with you at all, and you should be okay with that. Fuck it, like
That's
that,
true.
no matter what it is.
True that.
Come on, man. Because from that point on, but what everybody does now is, hey, how else can we start? How else can there be drama if we don't do that? You know what I mean? And here's the drama, and then everything's just a fucking snowball shitstorm after that. You're just right here in front of the fan, and you got that fucking wet paper plate that's full of a giant fresh dog turd, a slimy one. You know, a big, like one of those big dogs you guys got. And it's just sliding like this, and it's front, and the fan's on high, and it's gonna fall in the fan any minute. It's right in front of you, dude.
Shit.
Like that, you know you're gonna be fucking in a shitstorm.
I don't even know what you're talking about before. That's all I see now is that fucking shit about to hit the fan.
When the shit hits the fan.
That's why they say that.
What kind of little
When the
expressions?
shit
What other
hits the
expressions are
fan.
there? Oh, Marty told me the other day.
Plus a
Marty
parachute and
McDavid.
bullets.
He said, he's over there trying to drown in a cup of water. This guy was crying and bitching about some minuscule problems that weren't that big or something. And then Marty's like, yeah, he's trying to drown in a cup of water. No, but that's like some that saying from back in the 30s. My grandpa used to say a lot of shit. Like one of his favorites was like, if I was fucked up or something happened, he was watching. It's like, well, you might as well just shit and fall in it. You might as well just shit and fall in it. You know? And what does that mean? But back, I was all grown up. They were shitting in outhouses and everything else. And there were times where you're little or in an outhouse. There's one story that my mom went up to Michigan to go see her cousins and shit. And so my grandpa, my mom's dad, was with them. They went up there, And then my grandpa goes out to take a shit out in the fucking out in the outhouse. And when the mom says he comes in, and he goes, God damn it! And my grandpa was a mellow dude. He only got riled once in a while. He's like, well, you know, it's trying to build a fucking a new shit house when the shit in the old one is touching your ass. And then so my mom and her sister, my grandma, and my grandpa, they spent like 4 days there, and all the other dudes there, they dug a big ass brand new one and made a whole new one and shit because it was a major undertaking. That's what you did back then.
Yeah.
Our ancestors, all of us, your ancestors, all of us have fucking did shit a lot harder way. And if they weren't successful, us three here wouldn't be here, you know? We always stand on the shoulders of our ancestors.
So what happened to all those shit hills?
About what?
All was filled up like fucking.
They burn it like in the military and like.
Shitholes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what eventually, like what it dried up and then it just became dirt or what?
What are we talking about?
About the outhouses. About the
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
shit
no,
piles.
fuck. No, the pile gets so taut that it touches your ass when you sit down. He went out there, it was like in the evening or something, and he come running back in. How would you feel? You're going to take a fucking dump, and you sat on this fucking giant 30-foot tall stack of fucking turds like this coming out of the
It's like
ground.
a shit
Yeah.
though. Just when
Dude,
you're asshole.
and he comes out, dude, no, it's not shit. I was like, the fucking shit is touching your ass. And he, my mom said
That should be gross.
My grandpa was irate, you know, and he worked on the railroad. He was building railroads, the rails and shit. He was a strong fucker, but they stayed there and they dug and they made a brand new thing.
But that shit
So
would've
the
been
vacation,
gross.
they didn't have time to go fishing or all the stuff they planned. They were there just digging a fucking crapper, and then grandpa took the first shit in.
He's like,
Yeah.
that
She's
knockoff
like that,
shit.
and you're waiting for the echo. Splat! Now that's a good shot.
That's it. It's good.
But those kind of old stories, you know, back in the old days, it was old, simpler shit. But it wasn't no less harsh and brutal in any respect, you know.
Oh, simpler times.
But damn, your cheeks touched some fucking shit stew. That's
Who knows?
like
I'm
been
thinking this whole
stewing
ass and
for hundreds of
everything.
years.
I'm thinking he went like this and he eased on it and it's like, and then when you're on, it's like, so what? And apparently people had just been shitting into it and just building it up like a fucking soft serve ice cream cone at a Chinese buffet.
That shit was gross. But then what happens after, like, when they build a new one, and what happens to the old one? It just stays like that?
Oh, no, what they do is they tear that down. Sometimes they'll keep the old house and then just put it on the other one, but they didn't. Grandpa had a fit and they burned it, and they just lift that shit in, they put lime and stuff, they cover it over. They just put fill dirt and lime and shit that breaks it down. But still, there's still 50 feet of human shit in that fucking hole, in that backyard, in that Mexican home.
So what if there's a bunch around here too, no?
No, we all have sewers here. That's why when you buy land up north or something, if you're gonna have a dwelling, you have to have a septic tank. And that's a tank they put underground to carry all your shit. So when you shit, it goes in this fucking thing and it slowly gets leached out on the thing.
What
unless
about
it gets.
before they had that? They probably had shit mountains here too.
No, dude, the cowboys just shit in the fucking desert and wiped ass with a rock. What do you mean? They went to a rest stop or what?
Then the ants ate it or something?
I don't know, man. I never. The first thing that happens, okay, I'll tell you. First thing is this big flies that are shiny green. They find it. Yeah. Then all the rest of the insects hear it, but they
Flies
hear
can't
the.
eat it, right?
Yeah, but they love to hang out and eat it and play it and everything. Why are the shit? Why are the flies kissing your ass when you're in a fucking a crap or in some national park somewhere taking a shit? You know. That's because.
Yeah,
You know?
Trying to eat your shit.
The
They're
orig-
all like first in line waiting on your ass.
Those are the original.
There's some kind of proverb. I think it's in Nepal or something where if you take
Flies are pervs.
flies are pervs.
They're
Those
pervs.
original ass
They're
eaters.
perverts.
Shit, they got millions of
around
eyes,
your
man.
ass, trying to eat your shit.
Oh.
All right, should we? I gotta step off stage for a second.
So I gotta go home.
But we hope everything's sane out there, and we hope for a sane world. And until next time, we'll check you out. Thanks for watching. Big Perspective.
See you later.